What is up, YouTube? New model just came out this year. So we're dealing with around 78 horsepower and 65 foot-pounds of torque, which is quite a bit for a lighter bike like this. A lighter cruiser, I would say, because most sport bikes are pretty light. Most cruisers are a little on the heavier side, so you know, I'm generalizing here, but for a cruiser, nice and light. But yeah, initially, just getting on the throttle a bit, this thing has quite a bit of power still. It's definitely a smaller, and it feels almost the same to me as the. I was extremely surprised at how powerful and how quick it actually was. 100 horsepower and 70 some foot-pounds of torque. And I was like, yeah, this is not a good beginner bike. Way too much power, and it's pretty light, so it's very fast. It can get you in trouble. Indian and Victory both didn't have a kind of beginner bike, so this looks like their take on more of a beginner-oriented bike. But I can say right off the bat that a beginner is not going to get bored with this bike. This bike still has plenty of horsepower. It's very easy to ride too. The clutch engages very smoothly. I did notice the suspension is pretty soft, so you can see when I'm braking here. The brakes, when you use the front brakes, the suspension likes to take a bow. Also at very low RPMs, the bike does not like, it just doesn't like low RPMs at all. Wow, the power is great. Anyway, yeah, lower RPMs, it kind of bucks a bit. It doesn't like being at low RPMs. It doesn't mean you can't ride it smoothly. You can ride the clutch and, you know, in and out of the clutch. But I'm pretty sure this bike likes higher RPM. Like, this model's actually cheaper than the regular model also. New riders probably don't want to spend all that money on a higher model. I don't know. All of this is very subjective. I feel like I have some say in how this bike rides. The seat is actually very comfortable still. You know, it's firm, it's not soft, but the shape is very nice. It holds your butt right in there. You don't really go flying one way or another, and the shape of it is actually pretty comfortable, so no problems there. Got some nice foot pegs here, nice and big. Seating position, you know, you're upright. It's a cruiser. It feels the same as when you're braking and when you're accelerating. You can feel it bouncing up and down. It's not exactly annoying, it's just you don't get the same handling as one that has this proper suspension setup. Oh yeah, there's only 5 speeds on this transmission too. I'm pretty sure the has 6 speeds. This has 5 speeds. 25 inches seat height. Okay, so my knees are bent quite a bit, and I'm 5'11", so seat height's great. So shorter riders will definitely be able to take advantage of the low seat height. I really like this bike. You know what? I thought it'd be like a neutered Indian Scout, which means they basically chop off the power and the good parts of the bike. But you know what? This bike is great. It's still got plenty of power. Still handles very well. The only problem is the suspension, and that's it. It's plenty fast, you know, it's cheaper than the regular Compromise. Both of them will be immensely fun.
Did you like it?
Awesome.